This town lays in the desert of Nevada. It was known as Dutch Flats. Then it was named Culverwell. And now it is named Caliente. Welcome everyone to Weekend Escapades. Today we are in Caliente, Nevada. And we are here at the Caliente train station. You can see that behind me. And some amazing rail cars that are on the active railway behind us. And they have a small boxcar museum. And that is right behind us over here. It is currently closed because this is in the evening with a beautiful sunset that's going to happen here in lovely Caliente, Nevada. Come along with us and take a look. Let's take a walk on up here and see the boxcars that they have. They got kind of a deck walkway built around here. Ooh, that's some bright sunshine. The old rail cars. The old boxcar right over here with Old Glory right on the side. See, they've got an old sink in there, an old wood stove. It's in really good condition. The old wood floors. On the side of this boxcar, they have all the old buildings of Caliente painted on the side. You know, I never realized how massive a rail car is. I tell you, whoa, somebody's lighting up some Harleys behind us. But how big these rail cars actually are until you're right next to them. The sheer size of all the metal and wheels and everything that's underneath there, the braking system, is massive. Let's walk on up the stairs and take a look on the other side of this caboose. Here, maybe we can get a better view from this side. An old table. Again, the old stove and a sink. And whatever that is, looks like some kind of a washing station right there. And a couple of closets. Old caboose. And that's where the train connects together. Look at the size of the metal and iron. That is some unforgiving iron right there. Massive. You don't see playground equipment like this anymore. There's some playground equipment. This kind of stuff that you used to break arms on, and you don't see this in the schoolyard anymore. And it still works. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Here it is, the Caliente train station. This is a beautiful Spanish style train station. The old wagon out here in front. It's like an old wagon for tools. It's got the metal wheels. Some old tools and iron on there. The old wooden windows, iron ladder to a door. Looks like an old wagon to pull a fire hose. There's still some fire hose on there. And some old benches to wait for your train to pull up at the train station. This is a massive building. Look, there's a library in there. It says adult fiction right there on the end. Yeah, that is a library for sure. I wish that was open so we could take a look inside. That's kind of the lobby for the train station with the old benches there. It's got an old map drawn on the wall. And the doors that open up to the outside and windows. That's beautiful on the inside. A little bit of the paint coming down. You see the old Union Pacific Railroad overland route. I can't read the bottom of it. Original Union Pacific Railroad sign. Old balcony there for you to look out, and double doors are actually open. It says Caliente. Now Caliente is known for hot springs, and I think that's where it's got its name of Caliente. This was a huge train station. It's got to be 150, 200 yards long, maybe longer. Two-story for sure. Still has the ornate iron up top and another Union Pacific Railroad sign. There's no building here across the street from the train station. And you can see right here is where the train station is. So right over here, almost looks like a general store. The way that storefront's built. Oh, this is a very old building as well. And as luck would have it, there's a little hole in the window. Maybe we can take a look on the inside. And there's the inside of that building. Looks like they might be taking it apart just a little bit and trying to redo it. I hope so. And here's a view from right about where that general store looking building would be. See, there's multiple doors there. And then this would be the back side of the train station, or the road side, not the railroad track side. Old building. You can see the old wood up here. Some of that looks like it's made out of like railroad ties, but did a lot of work on this. This railing's coming down. And that's the kind of stuff you need to get on right away, because it gets too far gone and you can't save the old wood and the old railings. See here, you know, you want to get on that. And there's the old pieces of wood right here that belong in there. Let's fix it up. Let's keep it going so we can save these old buildings and preserve them and make them look amazing again. And welcome to downtown Caliente. This main street had a couple of hotels, and you can see here, these are the old bars and locations that are right here on the main drag. And this is the old theater. You can see there the marquee looks like it was taken down. But this is the Richards Railroad Hotel, and this was built by Mr. Underhill in the early 1910s. This housed all the railroad workers. And here's the Underhill General Merchandise Store and the Old Stone Residence, built in 1905 here on Main Street in Caliente. And just behind all the buildings on Main Street is old Station Number 1, the Caliente Fire Department, and this used to be a jail as well, built in the 1940s. Here we are at the main corner of Caliente. You'll see all the road signs. Interstate 15, North 93. That's where we're going to be heading. The old street lamps are getting ready to come on here in Caliente. And the old building across the street. You can see that it's abandoned. Looks like it used to have a nice place to have a few buildings in it, as there's about 4 or 5 doors across the front. The last building that used to be there, looks like it says, Swallows Drugs. Big enough to serve, small enough to care. All boarded up. Carl's Burgers and Sandwiches. Take a look at that old sign there. That's been up there a while. I bet that was had some neon attached to it in its day. And this building is now empty. But yet, it says open. Not much left inside that building. It's hollowed out. But you can see where it used to have a bar and bar stools. Like an old, maybe a soda bar or soda fountain in there. And then this one here does not have a sign as it used to. All boarded up. It looks like it had like rounded windows. You can see them behind the wood. And on this side, a better example, maybe ovalish style windows. And then right next to it, a completely restored building with an Allstate insurance agent. And the old country store. These are 4 old buildings that are all in a row right here. And a nice little residence. A lot of information out front. And on the side of the building, it's all about trains. Mountain Mercantile. Timmy's Cash and Carry must be sponsoring the sign with the old train painted on the sign. Beautiful clock in Caliente, all lit up. This has got some years on it. All four sides are working. Beautiful. See that still working here in town? Surrounded by beautiful flowers. So as we walk behind Carl's Burgers, the main road, walked up on this building with bars in the window and metal doors. Just wondering if this is the jail or an old jail. It looks like one. See if I can find some information about that. This is, in fact, the old Caliente jail. Now this, I hope, gets restored on the inside, but right now it looks like it's being used as a storage building. I would hate to see this piece of history go away. Now, you might overlook this from the road in Caliente. It doesn't look all that safe to walk on, but I'm going to do it. Big railroad ties. This is an old railroad bridge. You can see the metal on each side. And graffiti. Harley Davidson's rule, it says, must be true. A little nerve-wracking walking on this, but these are some huge railroad ties. The tracks, again, aren't here any longer. Amazing old railroad bridge. And right over there, behind it, is the old Hot Springs Hotel. Now Caliente is known for its hot springs, as referenced right here with the Hot Springs Motel. Now this looks like it is no longer open, and that's too bad. I hope it gets to open or remodels and opens up again, because we certainly enjoyed this location in Caliente. Thank you for joining us, and until our next adventure, goodbye from Weekend Escapades.